Raj.
Yep, third one.
And we are talking specifically or mostly about boxing.
We are.
But specifically
and we've been extended now as well. It looks like we've got an hour.
We have got an hour. So you need to help us fill up our time with an hour's
Inshallah.
worth of talk with fighting news. We want to talk anything to do with boxing or the national international stage, anything to do with amateur boxing, local shows.
Yep.
What else? White collar boxing, UFC, MMA.
Whatever, we play it by ear. Whatever happens, we'll talk about whoever and whatever comes across on our agenda today. But there are certain things I want to start with, of course.
Go for it.
So Samir again out on 20th of March. SMG, inshallah, will be out on 20th of March. Brother Sully will have tickets. I believe he's got tickets now. So if you want to holler at Sully, close to the time, I'm sure
Sully's going to call in and let us know all about the next fight.
Inshallah. Also, with regards to Top Yard, we have got massive news actually, because next week,
ooh, this sounds interesting.
The man himself, Amir Khan, will be in Peterborough.
Amir King Khan
will be in Peterborough training at York Road. So
can he give me some pad work?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure I'll get any pad work or any of the kit. We'll see. I'm sure he's going to be doing a session here.
I'd be happy to make a sizable contribution towards Top Yard's refurb.
Hopefully Hamad and Bilal and all the other players as well, of course. With regards to Top Yard, like people like Ishi and Shazi, who really deserve a shout out. You know, they're almost the unsung heroes. Ishi, especially with regards to the amount of work he's doing next door as we speak. In fact, Image, we've been invited to go over there after to see where the progress is at. So these people really need a shout out. So yeah, really exciting times ahead.
We've got Sully watching the show. We've also got Nazim King Khan watching the show.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, Pops. How are you doing? I hope you enjoy the show. We'll definitely pop over there and see what they're doing.
Inshallah.
We reported on this last month, didn't we? We talked about how they were successful in their bid to get a new premises. They were looking for support.
Yep.
They were looking for local sponsors to come in and help them kit the gym out.
Yep.
I think last time we spoke, they said they're going to be up and running in about 3 months.
We're still on track. I believe we're still on track. I think we're still aiming for March, inshallah.
Okay.
All being well. And then when that opening happens, when the official opening happens, whenever that happens, of course, Amir Khan will come down because we are an AK Academy. So he'll come down to that as well. Really exciting times. I mean, there's been sort of the addition of a number of new gyms appearing in Peterborough around the Wi-Fi network that we touched upon last time. Yeah. So we have now got Too Bad Boxing, which is Waqas Hussein. Wags, if you're listening in, you could give us a call.
Ishi's listening in, if that's interesting to you.
Ishi listening in. Like I said, Ishi, I hope you heard the shout out, Ishi, because
No, he missed it. He only just tuned in now. That's your own fault, Ishi, for tuning in late.
You need to rewind it, Ishi. I'll give you a shout out.
Hey, Ishi, how about you get a call in and tell us about the work that you guys are doing at Top Yard. It's 01733 602 133, 01733 602 133 for anybody who wants to call in. You can also text and WhatsApp on 07745 278 978. That's 07745 278 978. So we're looking forward to your interactions with the show. So we've talked, and so I guess the basis of the show is going to be around the SMG fight.
I mean, there's a lot going on. Like I said, Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce has just been announced. That's going to be a massive fight in April. We're still waiting on news from Hamza Shiraz. I believe he'll probably be on the undercard of that massive fight, Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois. That's going to happen.
When's Fury Wilder happening?
So that's February 22nd.
Which is this month.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
inshallah.
But why is there no noise about it?
I've not seen much. Do you know what? The trailer that I've just seen, actually, that's they've got Mike Tyson opening it up, and they've actually got Mike Tyson narrating on it. And I thought
Mike Tyson narrating?
Honestly.
He can barely speak at the best of times.
With this fantastic list. He starts with the the notorious sort of statement that he had, which is everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah.
So they're starting it with that, and then it focuses in on Mike Tyson, and then they show Tyson Fury getting up from that massive knockdown he had in the last round
Like
of the
the
last
Undertaker.
fight. Like the Undertaker, yeah. Like he was late for work, like someone once said. He got up like he was late for work. So I thought it was really interesting. I don't know what's going to happen with it, to be honest. I really don't know who's going
which
to
way
win
it's
this
gonna
fight. I'm not sure. I've always said Tyson Fury. I'm sure you'll remember, even in the
Yeah, of
days when
course.
I used to call in, I used to say Tyson Fury beats
Well,
them
what
all.
I love about Wilder is what he said. I think in the who did he fight? Was it Ortiz he fought in the
Yeah,
last
the
one?
last one, yeah.
He said, "Look, he said Ortiz has to be perfect for 12 rounds. I have to be perfect for 10 seconds."
A second.
Yeah, did you say 1 second? Yeah, yeah.
1
and,
second.
and this
Yeah.
is it. This is it. He's got so much power.
He's when they spoke to I've forgotten the name now. The same fellow who fought AJ. Oh, come on, what's his name now?
Oh, come on! How could you forget that? Everybody
Fought
knows that.
AJ stopped him in 7 or 8. Ishii helped
White.
me out here.
Was it White?
No, it wasn't White. He then
Just-
went on to fight he went on to fight Wilder. Was knocked out in the first round. And he said when he was hit by AJ, it hurt. But when he got hit by Dillian, I keep saying Dillian White. When he got hit by Deontay Wilder, it was like someone had baseball batted him across the face. So clearly, Wilder's got
Yeah, Wilder swings like
He's
he's
got-
holding a baseball bat. To be fair.
absolutely, and he punches harder than any of the other heavyweights out there at the moment.
So Ishii
So-
said he's just painting at the gym. He's a little bit busy, but he's still listening to the guys and he's loving the show. Ali Sultan's helped you out. He said it's Dominic Brazil.
Oh, there you go, Dominic Brazil. Thank you so very much, Ali.
Ali, top lad,
Yeah.
thank you.
Dominic Brazil. So he fought AJ, and that got really heated in the build up to the fight. We saw a side of AJ that they didn't know at that point. Anyhow, so AJ went in there, boxed with him for 7 rounds, hurt him, but didn't knock him out as clean as Wilder did in a round. So this is what I'm saying. When it comes to Wilder,
But Fury's been there
anything is
before.
possible.
Fury's been there before.
Well, he's changed his team now as well, hasn't he? He's no longer with Ben Davison. He's changed his the people
yeah,
around
but you don't
him.
lose your chin, do
So
you?
this is the thing. Now, I don't know. Look, you've also got to bear in mind that Wilder landed very late on clean. He only landed in the 12th round. By that time, he'd probably depleted a lot of his energies, a
Yeah.
lot of his power.
Yeah, it wasn't a full-blooded. Yeah,
If he landed that same punch
in the 4th, 5th. Yeah.
early on, it'd have been curtains. Like they say, they can't see anybody, standing up to Wilder's power. And however unorthodox he looks out there, if you watch him doing pads, you'd be like, how can this guy be the champion of the world? But he is, and it's just based on that dynamic power that the guy's got.
So that's actually a fight that I'm looking forward to as well, because
So am I.
there's a lot of people who don't really fancy Fury's chances, but they love him to bits because he's such a personality, isn't he? He's a real
Absolutely.
entertainer.
And also, it's actually a breath of fresh air that the best are coming together when it comes to Tyson Fury and Wilder. Because a lot
Yeah.
of the times we know who the best are. If we look through history, Pacquiao, Mayweather, that should have happened
5 years before he did.
exactly. A long time before it did. Pacquiao probably lost some of his prime in that time, and this is the thing. It's all very money motivated, and it isn't a case of where it used to be in the past. The best just want to find the best, and it's not got anything to do with the paycheck. Unfortunately, now it's the other way around. It's the paycheck first, and then maybe the best will fight the best if the purse is split. In favour of both, and this is the sad reality of boxing, but we love the sport nonetheless, and it's the pugilism that we love.
I just feel like Fury would take that fight on a 20% paycheck split. I think
Yeah.
he'd take it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I don't
the
know
thing-
what the split is, but
Yeah.
I think he seems like the kind of guy, like he's a gypsy king, and he's like he doesn't really care too much about the money.
Absolutely,
He's all
absolutely.
about
It
the
seems
boxing.
that way. Well, from what I heard, he donated all the money that he earned from the last fight
Yeah.
to homeless people. So the guy's he's a character, and he's an excellent ambassador, I would say, to the sport. I'd have to say that he's an excellent ambassador to the sport, especially with his his battle with mental health, etc., etc. So yeah, I think I can't call it though. That's the long.
Ishraq Ali's just come back with Dominic Brazil. Thanks, Ishi.
Ishi, you're really late today, you know.
He's painting, He's painting. He's doing the good work. And I presume he's painting at Top Yard, right?
That's correct. Yeah, he's
Okay,
next
yeah,
door.
good
Well,
lad.
we're going to pop over there in a bit. So if any of you lot got me on Snapchat, Tragic Magic, I know it sounds awful, but it's been set for many, many years now. So follow me on Snap, and you'll see the progress going on at Top Yard when you do.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Top Yard then. We've obviously heard about a little bit of work going on.
Yeah.
Has there been any talk around the type of timetable that they're going to be running when it's all ready? Number of classes?
Well, I do know that the 28th of March is our next home show for Top Yard. That I do know.
It would be awesome if we were ready to go by then.
It would be. I really don't know. And,
Okay.
and like I said, unfortunately, it would have been better if Ishi either called in or was here today, perhaps. Maybe we didn't think that through to find out exactly where we're at with regards to progress. I've just not been able to spend enough time out there, so I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, coaches, once again.
Yeah, it's a bit of a recurring theme. I'm sure you said the same thing last month.
It is, honestly, but I'm just such a busy boy at the moment. I mean, I don't know if you know, but we've got this coming up fairly soon.
What is that?
as
What
well.
is that? Talk to me about
this
that.
is the next Wi-Fi show, and
Now,
it's-
visual aids don't usually work well on radio. You need to describe what we're seeing. We are on
you
the
are
Salam
seeing
Sports.
a
yeah, we're on
very,
the
very
Facebook.
well-made poster for the next
Let's
Fight
have a look.
Night
Let me have a
show,
look at this. Right,
which
so-
is going to be called Grudgment
So let
Day.
me describe to the listeners what I'm looking at. If you're not on Facebook and watching us live on Facebook, we've got a Wi-Fi poster here. Fight Night, Grudgment Day, April the 4th, 2020.
Yep.
And you do seem to have a lot of fighters on there. You got a few girls on there as well. A few
We've
girls
got
fighting.
3 girl fights on this particular show. We've gone from having 0 to having 3 girl fights.
Okay.
2 of the women on that poster.
You got
are fighting.
Mazia. You got Mazia on there.
Mazia is on the show, yeah, absolutely, and I'm blessed that Mazia chose the White Five platform to fight on.
Sure.
Mazia has fought in the past, as some of you know, in and around Peterborough. So yeah, I'm really blessed. I'd probably be a little bit insulted if she didn't fight on the next Wi-Fi show. If she was going to fight any show,
Yep.
I'd be a little bit insulted because Mazia was. In fact, not a lot of people know this. If it wasn't for Mazia,
Go on.
my show wouldn't have been a Wi-Fi show. It would have been under somebody else.
Really?
God's honest truth.
She told you to just
She said, "Man up and do it yourself."
it's a bit sexist, isn't it? Man up.
That's exactly
coming
what
from
she
a
said.
girl as well. That's a bit like a.
You know, while I was quite content on doing it at this particular venue, and I was like, yeah, that's how we'll do it, and we're probably never ever going to do another one. It doesn't matter. She was campaigning really hard against that and saying, look, you've got to work out how we can do this on our own, so we're not dependent on anyone. And alhamdulillah, that's exactly what we did, and it's just gone from strength to
Yeah.
strength.
Ali Sultan says, big up Wi-Fi, alhamdulillah, doing really well.
Jazakallah.
Thank you,
Jazakallah.
Ali. You got the Ghost on your next show.
Ghost is back.
Headline fight, obviously, go here
Has to be.
with Callan Harley. Callan Harley's a good mate of yours. He's been really supportive, hasn't
Do you
he?
know what?
And he's a-
I would not if I had the choice to bet red or black. Not that I would bet, of course, because I'm a Muslim. I'd bet on Callan.
No way.
Why?
No way.
What do you mean?
What versus G?
Oh no! I mean as a person.
Oh,
As a guy who will always have my back, and I've said this to him, in fact, at the last meeting. I said, "Cal, I got
yeah,
you."
but he doesn't stand a chance in that fight, does
Oh,
he? G's
come on,
just
man,
too
that's-
good.
Look, G's
Without
not
being
good.
disrespectful, look, Callan, I've
Look,
got a
the
lot of
son
time
of
for him.
a-
He's a really nice guy.
Son of a legend, always going to be a legend, and definitely in this case, son of a legend, Uncle Altaf, definitely a ring legend. G, chip off the old block, definitely fantastic ability of boxing, but it is not that straightforward image. It really isn't. Look, we've got to look at the guy that they both fought. They both fought Jay Eggleston on the last 2 shows. So G fought Jay Eggleston on the second show, put him down in the second round. Third show, Callan Hardy fought Jay Eggleston, put him down in the second round.
Yes.
You need to understand that Cal is
There were
busy.
2 completely different fights, though.
I totally understand that, and I totally agree
All right,
with
so
you.
just for the benefit of our listeners, I know very little about boxing. Genuinely, as a sport, I don't understand the intricacies and the tactics and the fight styles and whatnot. But what I do see is Jay Eggleston was in fantastic condition
Yep.
against G.
Yep.
And he was all out 100%, and G was fighting in slow motion, excuse me, and just picking him apart.
Yeah.
Versus Callan Harley, they were both pretty much sedate.
Yeah.
It was a sedate fight. It was a very slow fight.
Yeah.
And maybe that's Callan's skills in slowing it down, possibly.
Yeah.
I don't want to take too much away from him. Maybe
Yeah.
need to give him a bit of credit. And Callan is a nice guy. But with G, it's like you could put G into a scrap and he'll find his way out.
This is it.
You can
He's-
put him
he's-
into a
he's
war and
slick,
find his way
innit?
out.
He's a slick
Callan
slick.
Harley looks like a very nice, well-prepared fighter who knows how to go about his
the
business.
Thing with the thing with Go here is the thing with G is he's stylistically he's slick. You know, he'll like you said, he will find a way out, and the little movements. And if you guys want to learn from Go here Altaf, if you want to learn from Uncle Altaf, then you need to make your way down to York Road on a Tuesday, on a Thursday. You'll be training with the ALT fight team, is what their gym is now called. They've got 3 fighters on the night that will be represented by ALT fight team. Uncle Altaf will be doing Camille the Beast Tanowski's corner.
Oh, Camille is sensational.
Uncle
I like that
Altaf will
boy.
be doing Go here Altaf's corner, of course. So, you know, we're really blessed. We are at the moment with the amount of gyms that are coming up, the amount of people that are really trying ever so hard to keep you guys out there busy
And
in the gym.
entertained.
And entertained, of course. Now, the penny has kind of dropped for some people to what I was trying to create when we started pursuing this Wi-Fi thing, and it's finally starting to take form. We've now got all the gyms in Peterborough, European Centre, as you can see on the top of the poster, European Centre, who's been involved with us 3 or 4 times. They represent all of their own fighters, of course. I just deal with the coach. It makes my life a bit easier as well. NR Boxing has only got the one fighter on this occasion. We've got Outcast Boxing, based over in Sheffield.
So Outcast Boxing, they've got a really scary logo there.
They're
The skulls
very
and whatnot.
scary bunch of lads.
Yeah.
Very scary bunch of lads. This is the same gym that Jay Eggleston fights out of. But like I said, we're trying to give it that form now. They represent themselves. It's like Bloodsport. It's the community.
And then Harley Boxing, their logo is very much like Callan Harley himself. Very clean cut,
Well, look,
very,
it's-
very neat, very polished.
Yeah, look, Callan's fighting style is very European. There's no doubt in that. He'll fight in straight lines and he'll.
We've
come
got a couple
clean
of
in
comments in. Sully said, Y5, I enjoyed the last show. I'm sure this will also be a cracker. We need Shazzy back fighting on the show.
I have to reserve my opinion upon that.
Really?
Yeah, I can't really say too much because Shazzy's involved with Top Yard now, so that's where we're at. Look, if Shazzy.
So just explain to the listeners then, what is the difference between fighting on a Y5 show
Yep.
and being involved with Top Yard School of
Okay,
Boxing?
so it's unlicensed. So when you're fighting
So
on a
Y5
on a
is
Wi-Fi,
unlicensed.
It's an unlicensed entity. It's what they call. They used to call it semi-pro, and if you ask,
Not white
proper-
collar.
It is white
It is
collar.
white
That's
collar,
the
okay.
correct terminology, I would say, is white collar. They used to call it semi-pro, and some people still do call it semi-pro. But if you ask proper boxers, they'll laugh at you when you say semi-pro because there's no such thing as semi-pro. You're either pro or you're in the amateurs.
Yep.
Now, once you're affiliated with England Boxing, they don't, for whatever reason, like the white collar side of things. And
Of course they don't like the white collar sizes. It's a free for all. There's no control. There's
this
no.
is it. That's the perception. That isn't necessarily the case. We are extremely diligent. We are extremely.
All right. So with all due respect,
with
Waj,
the way
I'm
that we
involved
match.
with Y5. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm a million miles away from
Yeah,
it.
yeah, of
And I'm
course.
very proud of the work that you've done with
Alhamdulillah,
Y5.
alhamdulillah.
But I will say it quite openly to anybody who's listening. The standard, as in terms of just like the fitness, you know, the skill set,
Yep.
not heart. We're not talking about heart.
No,
But
of
just
course.
the fitness levels, the professionalism and the skill set of a top yard fighter versus a Y5 fighter. It's
Night
a
and day.
difference. Night and day. Of course it is.
Of course.
Of course it is. So you can't, other than saying, this is like, and you've said it before
Yeah.
off air to me, you've said this is like the WWE of
I
boxing.
say on air. I'm
Yeah.
quite proud to say that this is the WWE or the WF for us old timers.
Yeah, WWF.
WWF for us us old timers of the boxing game, and they're everyday people. Look, the bottom
But they've
line
got
is
heart.
they've got
They
heart.
do
and
have the
if
heart and the
if they're
passion,
gonna commit themselves to 12 weeks of training, and they're gonna commit themselves to getting in front of all their friends and family and compete, then they deserve to be made
No
the
dispute
superstars.
there. Absolutely no.
That we do.
No dispute there.
Yeah.
Another comment coming in from Ali Sultan. Trust me, the main event. This is interesting. Trust me, the main event will be very competitive. Even though G is a slick fighter, it won't be a walk in the park by any means.
Absolutely. This is what I'm saying. It isn't an easy fight for neither of them. And believe me when I say this, G is quietly confident. I know he's quietly confident, but he is not going to be taking no chances. And I promise you that.
So
And I know
Bilal's
G's
watching. I just
putting in-
want to pose this question to you. Bilal
Yeah.
Javid is watching.
Yeah.
So Bilal Javid hasn't had an amateur fight for a number of years. He's
Yeah.
done some white collar post.
Yeah.
If you were to put him in against anybody white collar, he would.
He'd
Yeah,
murder him. Yeah.
he would. Yeah, and that's
It'd be
that's the
over
point,
very
isn't
quickly.
it? That's the point. It's like,
Of
you know what,
course.
you are good, budding, aspiring boxers who enjoy the sport, love the sport, want to train, do the boxercise, do the pad
Yeah.
work, all that kind of stuff. But these are probably people who showed a bit of an interest in boxing, didn't quite make it on the amateurs,
Yeah.
and thought, you know what, I want to keep fit, and I'd like to be in the ring every once in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, the bottom line is that's there's a number of people who haven't got the commitment to fight as an amateur, because that means out every weekend. You don't get no glory.
Yes, exactly.
You don't get a lot of glory, to be honest. You've got to grit your teeth. Your glory is, is building up.
Yeah,
It's
I read
building
it.
up.
I read a quote yesterday from Lionel Messi, one of the greatest footballers ever to have graced the
Okay.
planet,
Right.
and he said, "It took me 17 years and 6 months to become an overnight success."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is it. So they don't really get the glory. With the white collar thing, with the Wi-Fi league, the way that it moves forward, going into different towns, etc., it gives these guys a chance to get out maybe 2, 3, 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Which is less active as what you would be if you're a top yard fighter, where potentially you could be out 6 times in 8 weeks.
Sure.
This is the difference. But I still stand by, it's a fantastic thing because it keeps a lot of people off the streets. It keeps us, it keeps everybody entertained, of course.
I
And the
think-
most
yeah.
important thing, it brings everybody together. Like I said, there isn't many gyms that are sort of working out of Peterborough at the moment that are not on that poster, and we've got a number of gyms that are nationally based as well.
Look, so you've got- yeah, I mean,
we've got
just-
people like just really quickly. Look, we've got ring legends, not even just ring legends, legends of Peterborough coming back into into the public eye
Sure.
because of this Wi-Fi malarkey. People like Uncle Altaf, like I've always said. People like Amjad Saeed of Unity Boxing.
Sure, yeah.
People like Pai Khaled, who's been
Who's been
absent
associated with it for a number of shows,
again,
yeah.
he was associated with Gladstone Park for many years. We grew up, getting shouted at by Khaled when we were messing about at PYA.
Scary guy, still is.
Absolutely, still is.
Yeah.
I still I still say that. So look, these people have all started popping their heads up. We had Uncle Saj from the karate place. He was involved in the last Fight Night meeting. Big up Uncle Saj as well, for giving us the space. We're very appreciative of everybody who is helping. But like I say, I keep saying it, you will never see a more diverse crowd than you do at a Wi-Fi show. Impossible.
Okay, so this literally is a rainbow of colours on your front page.
100%.
You've got Asians, you've got white people, black people, you've got Eastern
Yeah.
European people. It's a fantastic. And I've always said this about Wi-Fi is it brings the very multicultural community that we have here in
Yeah.
Peterborough together one night. And you know what? And the crowd is always in good spirits. It's
Yeah.
always a really really good show. You got Zaf the Unit back on there.
Oh no,
That's
he's not
good.
actually.
Is
He's
he not on
actually-
there?
Yeah, just after this poster was made and printed, unfortunately, Zaf is out this show.
Oh, that's awful.
It's not. Look, we've got 20 to 21.
Well, look, you got
fights.
Zishan there.
We've got Shanice back
And then,
for a rematch.
remind me that Rehan is
Rehan Nassim. So
I like him as a fighter. He's
I
a
like
good
him
lad
as a
from-
person as well. He's a nice lad. So Rehan Nassim was not happy with the decision last time. A lot of Team Crescent MMA from Watford were not happy with that decision and believed
I think that
it
was one
very,
of the
very
ones
close.
that was very close. Yeah.
It was very close. I still stand by it was very close. I think the judges got it right, nip and tuck. However, it is due. The rematch is due. So Shani Team War is back against Rehan Nassim.
But I'm just thinking, did Shani not want a different challenge though?
You know what Shani did originally say? I do want a different challenge. However, the rematch call just kept coming.
Yeah.
And Rehan personally keeps asking me for that rematch.
Well, I worry a bit for Shani because you know what? Rehan was very young then. And he's had, close to a year now of further training. I reckon he's going to be a very, very good fighter.
I think that if the right Shani turns up, I think he blows Rehan Nassim out of the water in the first round.
Anyway, we've got a couple of comments in. Bilal Javid is saying, amateur boxing to white collar boxing, it takes big B upon asterisk S to get in that risk. No idea what that means. Mohamed Munir says, when it comes to boxing knowledge, Waju is a bad man.
Who said that?
Mohamed Munir. George.
Love you, George.
And then Sully, he said, Big Z wasn't happy with decision against Shazzy. I think it was the talk of the town. He's absolutely right. Listen, we've got loads more to talk about. We're going to go off to break, so join us in about 4 minutes, inshallah.
Stay tuned to Salam Radio after this short ad break.
It doesn't take much to bring some difference. You give some change, which makes a change. Because nothing gets mileage like a charity. Just a little change turns into a chain. And before we know it, the results are massive. So give a little to make a big difference. For donations, call now. UKIM 0207 387 2157.
Had a car accident or an accident at work? Accident specialists are experts in no-win, no-fee accident claims. Leave the hassle to us. Our multilingual settlement experts will manage the entire claims process on your behalf, with nothing to pay up front. We provide services such as credit hire, taxi vehicles, recovery, storage, and much more. For full details on our range of services and a free consultation, call us on 01733 555 774 or visit our office at 249 Lincoln Road opposite the NatWest Bank. Accident specialists. Start your successful claim today.
Do you own a restaurant or takeaway? Cater Fair is an expert supplier of new and used commercial catering equipment. Visit caterfair.co.uk for quality equipment on sale at the lowest prices, or call us on 01733 310 115 or visit us at 11 Royce Road, Fengate, Peterborough.
जब बात हो हलाल मीट की तो कैसे मुमकिन जिक्र न हो हाजी बाबा का। हाजी बाबा अज़दा में आपके लिए। हम अज़दा में अरसा 10 साल से जायद मुल्क भर में 45 से जायद काउंटर्स के साथ बेहतरीन पैकेजेस, हर वैरायटी का मीट और आला मायार के लिए आइए हमारे पास। चिकन ब्रेस्ट, चिकन क्यूब या कीमा सिर्फ 3.99 पाउंड पर केजी, लैम या शीप लेग, लैम शोल्डर और मिक्स सिर्फ 6.99 पाउंड पर केजी, बेबी चिकन सिर्फ 1.99 पाउंड पर केजी। आपकी सहूलत के लिए वक्त की बचत और मायार की जमानत, तमाम हलाल गोश्त और अशिया जरूरत एक ही छत के नीचे। हाजी बाबा हलाल मीट, फाइंड अस इन अज़दा।
Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Shabina here. Has your child had their flu vaccination this year? All primary school-aged children are entitled to the flu vaccine in their schools, helping to protect you and all the family against flu, which can make vulnerable people very ill. Call the school immunisations team on 0300 555 5055 if you'd like your child to get protected.
السلام عليكم. بسم الله. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: من رغب عن سنتي فليس مني. That whoever abandons my sunnah is not from me.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. On the authority of Abu Muhammad al-Hasan, the son of Ali ibn Abi Talib, the grandson of the Messenger of Allah, may the blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, and the one much beloved of him, may Allah be pleased with them both, who said, I memorized from the Messenger of Allah, may the blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, leave that which makes you doubt for that which does not make you doubt. It was related by Al-Tirmidhi and An-Nusa'i, Tirmidhi saying that it was a good and sound hadith.
And we are back with Fight Club on 106.2 FM here on Salam Radio. Thank you so much for joining us again. And we have a call. We have a caller on the line who has joined us in the break. Assalamu alaikum, caller on the line. Who's this? Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Who's that? Who's speaking?
Assalamu alaikum, Waqas.
Is that Waqas?
How you doing, right?
Alhamdulillah.
Waqas, you're live on Salam Radio here on Fight Club. What do you want to say, mate?
Just want to say good opportunity what Wajaz gave to the community. Myself building Too Bad. We've got Gahir LLT. We've got obviously NR Boxing as well. However, there used to be a lot of shots back in the days that we haven't got enough gyms. Now there's no excuses, especially with the knife crime going on. So inshallah.
Honestly, this is so important, isn't it? This knives down, gloves up. This is really
This is a nationwide project, isn't it? With the whole knives down, gloves up. There's a number of clubs that have been involved. I've seen that. There's a few places in London as well, Birmingham, that they're getting involved. And then also, wasn't there an issue with? Wasn't there like one of the fighters at Kiani camp who?
Yeah, correct. Just the day before the last meeting that we had, one of the lads, young lad who used to go by the name of Tank, real name Muhammad. And unfortunately, he was attacked not even that far from his home, from what I understand, not even that far from the hospital. And he unfortunately lost his life. So, you know, it hits home with things like this. And I think Waqas has said something really important here with regards to the knife crime and what we're seeing in Peterborough as of recent. I think in the last 2 weeks, we've had 3 incidents. That's just a joke. It's unheard of, really. So yeah.
So, Waqas, tell us a little bit about your involvement with Y5 and what you're going to be doing in the next show.
So, alhamdulillah, I've been with the Waj. I take care from day one. Used to do a lot of training for his fighters. So, all the way, plus all the security I'm in charge of.
Sure, brilliant.
And also, recently, Waj sat down and goes, why are you wasting your time? Get yourself a gym name. I thought about it. I thought, well, shall we not? He goes, you coach all the boys. So, alhamdulillah, today we're here with the name Too Bad.
Too Bad.
Too Bad Boxing on the map.
Yeah, and we've got 4 fighters fighting. We've got Biggie Biggs, who's part of our...
Oh, you pinched Biggie Biggs. How did you do that? Waqas, you must have pulled out all the stops with that one. That's a headline name, man.
That's 2 rounds of pad work. Trying to tell him how to straighten my jab and the brother come along.
Brilliant.
I know Biggie Biggs for a long time as well. Yeah. Slightly awkward, obviously.
He's a top
lad. Well, you
man.
did Chazzy's corner. You were in the other corner the last time though, weren't you, Wags?
I did tell you, Wags, didn't I? I told you that I took on Shaz, obviously a mate of mine. I was working on the doors with Biggie Biggs, and Biggie goes, yeah, I should be fighting soon. I was like, yeah, I'll do your corner and Shaz's.
Who else have you got?
Well, that night you were a headless chicken anyway. You were running around doing security, then you were doing corners, then you were doing Asan, and then you were here, there, everywhere. It was mad.
Now it's just going to have the security like Tony's going to be running back.
Inshallah.
Anyways, we've got Matas. Matas, the baby face, our 18-year-old training lad who I promise you is going to bring you fireworks. He's going to knock that guy out too. It's not that easy. The kid's got pure power.
What? Yeah.
You called him the 18-year-old baby face. The guy looks like he's 32, bruv. Genuinely, I've just seen a picture of him on the poster.
That's his body, man. That's his body. His face, he's right.
Without his body.
Look at the face.
So, Wags has got 4 guys on. One of them is Matas, who's going to be fighting a lad from the European Sports Centre.
Okay.
They're training at the same gym because Wags is doing his sessions from the European Sports Centre. Wags, what time and dates are you doing your sessions?
We are there Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30. Obviously, to quickly wrap up, I want to say to the young lads out there, if there are differences between you and your brother, come to our gym. We can sort it out gym to gym, send him to a camp, get you on the show, and at the end of it, winner, shake hands and go home.
Absolutely. I think the other important thing that we should mention here, Wags, is that it's not just for Y5. The people that are training at your gym currently, I've seen Big Asim over there. You know, he's not going to be fighting. We've got Umar from Huntingdon who trains with you, Umar from Peterborough who's one of your coaches now as well, who fought on the first show. So this isn't necessarily that they're going to be fighting on a Y5 show. This is an open free-for-all. You're more than welcome. You've got lots of options now. If you want to train with Uncle Altaf and G, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:30 is their time. If you want to train with Wags, that's at 8:30. If you want to do both, and I recommend everyone does both, then you can do that as well. So, you've got lots of choice now, people.
Also, don't forget Little T as well, who's fighting at Yanis.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So we've got little... So we've got a lad who's fighting, a lad called Yanis who fought previously on a K1 show. He's turning his hand to boxing, and he's fighting a lad who's quite experienced, actually. So a big ask, really, for your young lad Yanis there, Wags. I think that's your toughest fight. The rest are fairly evenly matched, I would say.
Yeah, that's right. It's not going to be an easy fight, but as a coach, that's my job to make sure my boy's ready on the night.
Yeah, and then you've got the lady from Boston as well, Tracy, who we've done a bit of work with this morning as well.
Tracy's actually come along good. I'm sure you've seen the progress.
Yeah. Like I said, if you guys are on my Snap, you'll see a bit of progress on what we were talking about earlier on. Me and Wakas, she's come a long way. She really has. She's joined the process.
Anyway, last but not least, obviously, 2x boxing main little thing is obviously get people off the streets, the youngsters and everything. Also, raise money for a charity called Kashmir Orphan Relief Trust.
Yeah, court.
And just to let you know, on 1st of March, we've got about 14 orphans coming from court.
Inshallah.
They'll be doing a charity event at community centre. Is a free event. So please come down and show your support there, please.
Excellent. You know what, Wakas, let me pick up on that with you later on, and we'll try and get a little bit more of a mention on the next week's Islam Sports Show as well, because that sounds like a fantastic bit of work that you're doing with the community.
Definitely.
Inshallah.
And I'd just like to mention as well that, when Wags during this process, and I said to him, look, if you've got your own gym and you decide to do your own show, you're more than welcome to do that. And the first thing he said is, if I do a show, it will be for court. So that's Brilliant. Very admirable. And yeah, bless you, Vakas. MashaAllah.
Vakas, thank you so much for...
I've got to thank you publicly, Vakas, for the amount of work you're putting into this. All right, so well done, my man.
Allah Hafiz.
All right,
Assalamu alaikum.
Hey, guess what? We've got Camille watching.
Camille Tanowski.
We've got Camille watching the show.
The co-main event of the night.
So, interestingly, we were just talking about Camille's fight just outside,
literally.
So, tell the viewers about what the Camille fight is.
So, Camille Tanowski, he's gone the other way around, actually. He was an amateur boxer. Now, you need to understand that there are some lads within this process that are very, very good, and are probably as good as some of the pros, and could possibly make could probably turn over, potentially.
Yeah.
I'd say Camille is one of those lads. Now, what's happened as of this show is Rocky is out this show, as we all know. Rocky's no longer, Hassan's not fighting on this particular show. So, because when Rocky comes back, when Hassan comes back to fight, which inshallah he will come back, I'm sure he will. I'm not so sure he can keep away. He'll probably be coming in at a higher weight division. So quite possibly the cruiserweight division, which is 90 kg, and the title on that is Inshaw 24/7. My brothers Sunny and Azim from Inshaw 24/7 sponsor that division. So when he comes back, it will be at cruiserweight. So as a result, the title, the 360 Accountants Light Heavyweight Championship,
is now vacant.
So
let me long it out. Just say Hassan's title is vacant and Camille's fighting for it. You take 5 minutes.
I can't do that though, can I?
Do it, bro.
I can't do that. Then that wouldn't be me, and that's
so go on.
The way
So
I tell
Camille's going to be fighting.
So Camille's fighting Powell Ziba, who also fought on our last show.
Yeah.
Now Powell Ziba fought, and originally I met him on a Danger Zone show where he came up against Biggie. Now, admittedly, Biggie was much lower in weight on the day. I actually tried to pull Biggie out of the fight because there was too much of a weight difference on the day. However, Biggie being Biggie and he never stays no, the fight went ahead, and
Powell's a dangerous guy, man.
He's a dangerous guy. That's the long and short of it. His last fight, Camille stopped his guy in the first round. Powell Ziba stopped his opponent in the first round. In fact, his shot was so quick I don't even think the camera caught it.
You're right. Even me on the side, I was watching. I was like, "What happened there?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
This is what I'm saying. It was so quick that we barely got to see
a little bit
what he landed
like
with.
the ghost shot that Hassan hit in the main event.
Yeah, indeed. So this is what I'm saying. You barely even see what where the punch came from. So it's a big fight for both of these, and I know that the proper pugilists, people like Hamad and Bilal Javed, are actually really looking forward to that fight.
Yeah.
As am I, of course, because I've made the fight, so I'm really excited about it. I think Camille's got this, but I just, yet again, it's like Deontay Wilder. I can't take anything away from Powell because he's got the power.
Powell is a really good fighter, but Camille looks very comfortable in the ring, doesn't he?
Does.
He looks like he belongs in the ring.
It does.
So
And if anybody does turn over from this process, people like the Ghost and Camille are the ones that we expect to.
Well, speaking of the Ghost, Ali Sultan's asked a question. He's saying opinions on Ghost versus Adnan.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't know how to cut this to you. It's almost like I feel bad saying it, and I might be proved wrong, and I hope I am. But it's a bit of a joke matchup. I mean, the Ghost is such a superior boxer, isn't he? I don't want to be unfair to Adnan. I don't really know the guy.
It took a long time for me to make this fight, and exactly for that reason, because I didn't know what Adnan was.
I mean, what
about.
do people think, listeners? What do you guys think? I mean, the Ghost is just okay, let's be honest. He's still young, and he's letting it get to his head a bit. He's a bit cocky now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a little bit.
Taking that away, he's a very, very talented boxer.
Very talented.
And
correct.
there's no way he's not going to
Well, look, me and G were having this conversation a couple of days ago, and G was saying, look, he's younger, he's fitter, he's stronger. And G saying when he's at his 100%, G don't think he'll be able to catch him himself.
Yeah.
So it is a very risky fight. NR Boxing believe they've got it. That's all I can tell you.
No, but that's everybody talks the talk, don't they?
Yeah, I hear that.
I can say, look, I can go into the ring with Hamad Javed and I'll do him and I'll say that all day long until I step into the ring, and then you get exposed, don't you?
It's a tough fight. It's a very risky fight.
I just feel like that one. I hope it's a good fight, because if it's not,
I think it will be. I think Adnan is. I mean, from what I've seen of his training, I've not seen a great deal of his training, but what I've seen of his training, he looks good, man. He really does, and he's on weight now as well.
Yeah.
So he's definitely putting in the work. Look, we know this game of boxing. One punch changes everything. And how you feel on
has
fight
Adnan
night,
got that one punch? Has he actually got it?
We are yet to see. We will see on fight night.
Yeah, because I know the Ghost has got it.
Look,
I know he'll find his
initially,
angles. And
my personal opinion on it all was, let's get Adnan in, but not necessarily against the Ghost.
Exactly.
That's what I wanted to do. But lo and behold, it's called Grudgement Day for a reason. There was a back and forth, and as a result, it ended up with them hurting one another's feelings, and now they want to settle it in the ring.
Ooh, got a comment in from Ali Sultan saying, no, you're wrong there, Imtiaz. Ghost is overrated. He controversially won the last fight. Okay. That's interesting. Wow. Okay.
That's a spanner in the works.
Yeah, no. I really appreciate that comment, Ali Sultan, and I'm happy to be educated, because, like I said earlier, I don't really know my boxing, but from what I saw, I mean, he looks very stylish.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think we saw the best Ghost at the last fight night.
Yeah.
I don't think
Ali
we
Sultan's
did.
also asking about when he said we want Hassan versus Ijaz.
That is something that is they've been working on it. Well, I've been working on it for a little while. Ijaz called Hassan out and said, I want to fight you. Not a malicious call out, just saying, I think I've got what it takes.
Yep.
I've got your number.
Okay.
Now, of course, Hassan was out of this show. So whenever that does happen, whenever Hassan does come back, I believe that's his first fight. I think they've both got it now that they're going to fight one another. That fight will be made at 90 kg, which of course is what Hassan's going to come back with. Works better for Ijaz because he wouldn't need to. He's about that sort of weight anyway now.
Sure.
So that's another big fight. But that's going to be on Grudgement Day 2. Whenever Grudgement Day 2 happens and wherever it happens, because as you guys know, we've now got a network, and we could be, in Leicester with Respect Fitness. We could be in Watford with Kiani Camp. We could be at Outcast Gym in Sheffield. I don't know where it's going to be, but they're potentially... but it will happen. I promise you that much. That fight will happen, and it will be called Grudgement Day 2.
Okay. There's a couple more comments I just want to bring your attention to. Sully said, when we'll see champion Daniel Hamid, and Daniel's come back and said, Sully, I'm better than Y5, turning amateur soon. Great news if that's true.
Yeah, well done,
Daniel.
Daniel. I hope you do turn amateur, my man.
Is that all you want to say about that?
Yeah, really.
No
that
worries.
is the end of that. He
we've
won't be
also had
fighting on a Wi-Fi show. And
Okay, no, we've had another comment in on WhatsApp as well. Let me just read this out. It says, hi, my name is Paddy Woods. I am boxing on the Y5 night, even though I am not on the poster.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Sad
Paddy.
Times. Sad
Sorry,
times.
Paddy.
Would just like to say thanks to Waj and Callan for giving me the opportunity. I will be ready. Looking forward to my school friends boxing G and Callan.
Absolutely. So he went to school with G.
Yeah.
And he's fighting out of Callan's gym. He's going to be taking on one of two opponents.
Get Paddy on the poster. What are you doing?
Paddy's own poster at the moment, because as you know, you've probably seen a few of the matchup posters.
I think we need to
coming
start
up.
a campaign to get Paddy on the poster. he's WhatsApped in, and he's he
Oh,
looks
Paddy,
like he's,
I'm sorry, my man.
that's
I'm so
bang up.
sorry.
You got Zaf the unit on there. He's not even fighting.
Oh no, but
Can we just superimpose Paddy's picture over
you know
Zaf's
what?
face or something?
I think that's a good idea, actually. The problem that I had was I didn't have a very clear picture of Paddy, and
Paddy, WhatsApp your
I
picture
fell
in,
out.
mate. We'll
I've got it
have a
now.
look now.
I've got it now, and then I fell out with whoever was doing my posters for me, and it just got a little bit messy, and they actually came
Why
out
is everything so much
considerably
drama with you?
because it's Wi-Fi, isn't it?
No, but you personally, it's like
Do you know
everything
what?
is
I
drama
live in.
with you.
You know what? There isn't. I live in this orb, in this bubble. Absolutely, I live in this orb of positivity, and nothing can penetrate that orb of positivity, and that is what makes Wi-Fi what it does, and it makes everything else
See, that's
kind of
fine
fall into
because you're
place.
talking on the radio, but we're with you on a Saturday night. We've experienced that orb of positivity firsthand. Majid Ali's watching. Assalamu alaikum, Majid Ali. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Maj.
Get your comments in, mate. Let us know what you think about Wi-Fi and the work that we're doing here.
Can I talk about Christian versus Aaron?
I'd
really
rather you
quickly?
talk about Top Yard School of Boxing and
Okay.
Amir Khan's forthcoming
Okay,
visit.
all right. We'll talk about Christian versus Aaron on the next show. Hopefully, it won't be before the next. It'll be before the next fight night. I hope. Go on, Image.
K Akhtar's just said hello, marriage.
Hello, marriage.
Yeah, with a wavy hand. So
We'll wave back. I don't know what that means.
it's
but yeah.
automatically translated, so I don't know what it was originally. Can you click automatically translate? Yeah, it's going to be Salam Shadi or something, isn't it?
Oh,
I don't know. It just makes no sense. But yeah, K
I don't
Akhtar,
know.
hello.
that's almost as bizarre as having Vaki call in. What was it? Vaki? What did he do? He rang up and he said, "Oh, call Vaki. Can you call Vaki or something?"
yeah, crazy.
That's almost as bizarre as that. Silly. Thanks for that.
Yeah, Junaid Ali is watching. But yeah,
Junaid
go on.
Ali, you know what? We should really, if we're going to talk about Top Yard, let's talk about some of these lads, some
Go
of
on
the
then.
fighters.
Let's talk about some of these.
Junaid
lads.
Ali, fantastic boxer. Nephew to Jav
I don't think
Tassi
it's that Junaid
Rachi.
Ali. I think this is another Junaid Ali.
Okay, so this Junaid Ali I'm talking about, very good boxer. These boys don't get enough mentions on I don't think. Raja Sahil Malik, another really, really good boxer. If any of these kids, if any of the kids from Top Yard do go pro, if they decide to go that way, some of the names that I'm mentioning now are the names that you guys will be supporting. Hassi Ahmed, Big Hassi. Is it Hassi Ahmed or Hassi? Yeah, it is Hassi Ahmed. So I don't know if you remember him from the first show, Image.
Of course I do. Yeah.
What an improvement.
Yeah.
What an improvement. Massive improvement. I remember he was
can say
hiding
that-
his face on the first show.
I can say that about just the Wi-Fi shows.
Yeah.
The shows have improved.
Yeah.
And it looks like you've got a bunch of people who feel like they deserve to be there now,
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah,
people who are
absolutely.
attentively coming out to the ring.
Yeah. No, but I mean with the amateurs, some of the amateurs that have, going through the Top Yard shows, the improvements are stacks and bounds. Little Sefi, he's had over 20 fights now. Little
Wow.
Sefi.
Brilliant.
Again, Tassi and Jav's nephew, Asma's boy. He's had over 20. He's a veteran. He's 14 years old.
Yeah,
Are you with me?
We've got some comments in now. Sully Hussein Qureshi is giving laugh out loud faces, I think, off the back of the
Waki.
Waki. Yeah. Bilal Javid, a top fan, he says, lads, I had it all planned out to get a special guest to call into the show today. I was planning on getting Amir Khan to call in.
Oh, wow.
Sadly, his uncle passed away. So, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Really sad news. Mazia Ahmed saying, glad we have women fighting. Yeah, of course you'd say that, Mazia. Just because you're on the poster.
Maz, we did cover this. I don't know if you saw the beginning of this show, but there's a nice little section about you.
And Daniel Hamid saying, what about me? Daniel, you know what about you. Why are you longing it out, bro? Ishi saying, Shazi watching through Ishi's phone at the new gym. Yes, Shazi, Assalamu alaikum. Janelle Lady saying, love you. And Arif Aziz is watching, he's tuned back in, as is Javeri and Nurkas. Thank you so much for joining in with the show. You're right that there's a number of these youngsters, like you say. I mean, experience is, experience doesn't come with time. Experience comes with actually just getting in there and doing it.
Yep.
And that's what Top Yard are doing. They're giving these young fighters lots and lots of opportunities to get into the ring. And you know what? You win some, you lose some, but it's all experience, isn't it? You say, you either win or you learn.
Yeah.
And that's
very
what these
true.
kids are doing on a regular basis.
Yeah, very true. And the work ethic that they've now got. And like I said, some of these kids come into that gym and they're not very, we see a change in them. They come in as semi-asbos, if you know what I mean. And within sort of 5-6 weeks, they're like, yes, coach, no, coach. This is a wonderful thing. I'm not saying you can heal the world with boxing, but you do what you do best. Do you know what I mean? Whatever you're good at, if you've got a quality in you, I'd say use that. And like I said, it comes back to that ball of positivity, that orb that I'm living in.
Yeah.
You're good at something, pursue that.
Arif Aziz is watching and he'll share these sentiments as well. We've seen in the football a number of kids come in and literally they don't even know what to do themselves. They've got no confidence. They've got no self-esteem. They're so quietly spoken. And then a season and a half with FC people, and all of a sudden they're loud and they're confident and they know they've got something about them. And
exactly.
And it's an amazing thing to see a child just grow like that and realise that they've actually got something to offer in whatever field it is. We've had a comment from Bilal saying, mashallah, these young lads are working hard and no doubt some will turn over to the pro game.
Inshallah.
Daniel is still talking.
Yeah, Daniel will keep talking.
Soon it be my time. Anything is possible in amateur division.
Inshallah.
Daniel, good luck for you.
I hope so.
Take my advice though, grow quietly in it. And Mazia Ahmed, missed it. She's such a cliche. I'm cooking.
Oh,
come on, Mazia.
Come on,
We've
Mazia.
got women on a boxing show, and you're telling us that you're cooking like aloo gobi, is it?
Come on,
yes,
man.
Imi had to mention.
You should have told us everything but that you're cooking.
Yes.
You should have said you were breaking
doing some pad works or something.
Yeah, or something, or breaking something.
I don't know, doing an extension in the back garden.
Exactly, putting some shelves up.
Yeah,
come on, Mazia.
Changing the wheels on her car or something.
And there you go.
Ali Sultan, if Adnan wins it, it will be the biggest upset of every Y5 event. I agree. Ali, I am with you 100%. Inshallah, he does a number on Sufyan. Really rooting for him.
You know what?
Brilliant.
Adnan's got a lot of support out there. He really has. There's a lot of people who want to see Adnan do really, really well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm rooting for them, for everyone. Of course, I have to be. I have to stay kind of right in the middle, impartial to any of it, really. But I am, of course, I'm closer to some fighters than I am the others. Of course, we're doing a lot of work with Camille at the moment, with Uncle Altaf and G. So, of course, me and Camille are quite close. It is what it is.
Ishfaq Ali saying, image is ruthless, laugh out loud. That's where I get it from. I don't know what he's talking about.
I have no clue.
Sully is saying Adnan and Ghost, both really good lads. That's true.
They are.
That's the one thing. I think, Sufyan, he's got a little bit more of a swagger about him of late, but there's nothing wrong with that. He's got to just keep that in check a little bit, but there's nothing wrong with that. And, Adnan, you can tell he's a humble guy being pushed into the limelight and he's trying to grow into it, but he's actually a humble guy.
He is. He's a nice, really nice, quiet kid, actually. And I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for them all. I hope that everybody does really, really well. I hope everyone stays safe. Okay. Inshallah they will.
So listen, we've got a couple of minutes of the show left. Time's flown again.
Yep.
I just want to bring you round to our next show, which is going to be a month's time.
Yep.
So it's going to be around the middle of March. Obviously, we are going to be talking about Y5 because that's going to be looming, and we're going to be talking about the Top Yard School of Boxing show. So we'll have two big shows that we're going to be promoting on the next show. But what else is there to look forward to?
Well, look, I mean, I've yet again, I've got to shout out to all the sponsors you mentioned, Arif earlier on. Arif, sponsors a belt on a Wi-Fi, on the Wi-Fi platform. So that's going to be contested for again. And again, I'm sure that all Top Yard will appreciate me saying so, that anybody who wants to get in touch and wants to help support us, whether it be quietly or publicly, we can do whatever you need us to do, however you want us to do it.
Sure.
Get involved.
We're flexible.
We're flexible. Absolutely.
We're flexible. And then obviously, can we get a commitment from you to be a little bit more involved in Top Yard over the next few weeks, so that
I'm going to try my best.
Next month you come in here and you tell us exactly what's going on.
Do you know what? I really, really do feel awfully guilty for not being as involved as I possibly should.
Yeah, cry me a river. Go out and do some work.
But I've just been so bloody busy.
Yeah,
it's been a busy old few months.
Ishi, keep up the good work, mate. Bilal, Hamad, you're doing some
Shazzy, Ishi, all of you guys,
Shazzy.
you really are putting.
But what about Maj? Is Maj still heavily involved?
Maj is still there. He still coaches on the Mondays.
Omzi was watching as well earlier.
Omzi, captain, shout out captain. Captain's always there, man. He's part of the furniture now.
Listen, thank you so much, everyone, for all your interaction. Your comments have been fantastic. You've really helped us make this show what it is. So continue to support us, and inshallah we'll be back next month with another fun-filled show. Assalamu alaikum.
Stay tuned to Salam Radio after